choice between who's going to be president. It doesn't seem like, I think there's a general sentiment in the country right now that the president doesn't run the country. The president's not even it's not even a puppet anymore. The president's just a fucking actor now.
That would be a wrong assessment. That would be a wrong assessment. Absolutely. If anything, the president is more powerful now than they've ever been in the past, because the Congress, who's supposed to have power, is a bunch of pussies. So they keep giving more power to the president, so that when their constituents complain to them, they can be like, hey, it's out of my hands. The president has the power.
Well, if the president has so much power, let's use Donald Trump as an example, who is doing all the opposite things he campaigned that he was going to do, right? He campaigned he was going to release the Epstein files, campaigned that he was going to drop the debt, campaigned that he was going to stop all the endless wars. He's continued the endless wars. He just increased the debt by 3 to 5 trillion.
Right.
And he's like, who the fuck? Epstein who? What? Yeah. You still care about this? He's like, it's insane. And all the biggest people who supported him and campaigned for him, all the high IQ MAGA people, are all like pushing back against this now and questioning what the fuck is happening. Correct. Like, is he in charge? Because it doesn't seem like it.
So the fact that he can just do what's against his campaign promises shows that he has the power to do whatever the fuck he wants to do. You just gave the exact example as to how much power the president has.
Well, why wouldn't he want to do what he promised the people that he was going to do?
Why do you think he promised the people, or do you think he just said what he had to say to get elected? It's what every president has done since Obama. It's what every president has arguably done forever, right? They make promises to get into office, and then they don't fulfill their promises. Like we've been littered with failed campaign promises.
Right.
And every president goes through the period where everybody accuses them of not following through on their promises. And then you have a few presidents that try to fulfill that promise, and then they get criticized for that too. That was Obama's Obamacare, right? He's like, I promise we're going to do this. And then the only way he could get it done was with executive orders and hijacking Congress. And then when he did it, we're all like, oh, you just broke the thing. You made it worse than it was before. And you created this new precedent for executive orders.
So let me ask you this. Why can't any of the presidents follow through on what they campaign on? Do they campaign on the things that they believe are good?
No.
That the people think are good?
No. They campaign. Presidents are elected officials. And what we have discovered, like what the government has discovered and what professional politicians have discovered, is that the people who vote for the president are determined based on age and a piece of paper that they've filled out. That's basically it. Everybody has an opinion. Everybody has a vote. Well, how many opinions are right?
Right.
So how many voters do you think actually know what the fuck they're voting for?
Right.
So every 4 years, it becomes a race. Arguably every 2 years, it becomes a race of how do you get people to get off their ass and go vote? Not vote for the right person, not vote for what they believe.
Right.
How do you just get them to just go vote for whatever the fuck they're going to vote for?
Based on whatever propaganda you've been indoctrinated in.
Bingo, right? And that's essentially what it is. So that's the game right now. Donald Trump is a marketing master. He knows how people think. He knows so well how people think that he's been maybe super rich, maybe not rich, maybe successful at real estate, maybe not successful. Nobody fucking knows, because he's so good at just getting people to take action. That's what he's done. So when he ran in 2016, even the party that he was running for didn't want him to win. And he still won. And then when he ran again, he was a convicted felon. He had all sorts of, there was all sorts of reasons why nobody should have voted for him, but he won again. And just like you said, the people who were the high IQ MAGA people who backed him are now not backing him. He even convinced them.
Which never happened with Obama, by the way.
It's just because Obama was still groomed by a party, right?
Right.
There's no party. There's no party with Donald Trump. The party is Donald Trump.
Right.
Right. There is no Republican Party backs Donald Trump. There's no future plan for the Republican Party to stay in power.
Right.
Like there's none of that. He's just a wild, loose cannon that I think the political landscape is kind of like, what if this happens again? What do we do then? Because everything was supposed to be controlled, right? If you remember the leaks that happened when the Democratic Party pushed back, like deliberately held back Bernie Sanders in order to advance Hillary Clinton, like they were shaping their politics. The party was shaping who was supposed to move up in the hierarchy. Donald Trump just threw a giant fucking grenade in the whole hierarchy of the Republican Party. And now they're trying to figure that out.
But who is the party? Like, who are you saying? Are these financial interests? Like, who is the party? Who's deciding who to push Bernie Sanders out and to put Hillary Clinton in? Who are these dark, mysterious people that run the world?
They're not really dark and mysterious, and they don't run the world. So among very wealthy people, you have a few people who are known as kingmakers. Have you ever heard the term kingmakers? Yeah. So kingmakers are people who are so wealthy that a change in policy can massively amplify their wealth or massively deteriorate their wealth. Consider, just as a very simple example, all the people who create paper, right? All the manufacturers that create something based off of the pulp of wood.
Right.
A small change in environmental policy massively transforms the entire paper industry. So you've got lobbyists who are watching out for whatever happens with wood. So whether it's toilet paper, whether it's paper, whether it's books, whether it's cardboard, you got lobbyists who are like, wait a second, we want to make sure certain policies don't happen. And even better, we want to make sure that other policies do happen.
Right.
So they get involved into both parties to try to discourage environmental policy in the blue party and try to make sure that nobody encourages environmentalism in the red party.
Right.
So you have lobbyists that get involved, and those lobbyists are backed by
Like and subscribe.